Yeah, tonight we on one. Ayy, I don't usually smoke like this, but I'm mixing. Yeah, tonight we on one. Ayy, she said she love a bad boy, I give a D like a piston. Yeah, tonight we on one. Ayy, cause my attitude right now say fuck how you feeling. Yeah, tonight we on one.
The number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
I need someone. I've been sipping and I'm mixing cause I'm on one. Got me questioning and thinking, can I love one? Cause it always ends up different. Can I function? Can I function? Maybe it's me, but I know that it's you. I'm calling your phone, but it's not going through. Maybe we're through. You said that you love me, you said that you do. Well, show me the proof. But look at what happened to Jesus, and they loved him too. I know this outcome, so why do I feel like I need someone? I've been sipping and I'm mixing cause I'm on one. Got me questioning and thinking, can I love one? Cause it always ends up different. Can I function? Can I function? I need someone. I've been sipping and I'm mixing cause I'm on one. Got me questioning and thinking, can I love one? Cause it always ends up different. Can I function? Can I function? No me digas lo siento, porque tú no sientes nada dentro. No quiero tus sentimientos, sigue derecho. Cause in order to grow, you gotta tear from the west. So maintain my vessel. All that back and forth shit, I swear that it makes it so stressful. Don't make it stressful, but I know this outcome, so why do I feel?
All right. Welcome back to Late Nights with All Access. Myself, MikeAnthony. Right next to me, Miss Nat Boogie.
What's up, guys?
Miss Nat Boogie.
Hey.
Look, she got her hair done and everything. Hey, you know what? I got a haircut too. I looking kind of fresh right now.
About time.
I
You've
know,
been
about
needing one.
time, right? I always wear a ball cap or something. We have right now. We're inside of Alfa Fitness, and we have our good friend, first time coming onto the show, and it's been a while, Miss Ali, and we appreciate you being here and letting us set up here at your studio.
I appreciate you guys being here. It's an honor. It's a pleasure to be part of this show for the first time. I can't wait. I mean, since you started telling me to bring the show here, I was all for it. The elements had to align.
Yes, we had to make sure everything was aligned.
So the stars aligned. Now I got Nat Boogie and I got MikeAnthony at home. So I feel good.
Nice.
I love it. Everything happens for a reason.
It does. And for everyone that's tuning in, please make sure to tag your Monday Night Squad, like, comment, and share. We appreciate the love and support. Over the weekend, there was some big news about the San Antonio Spurs. Even though their season hasn't been the greatest this year, they've sucked. We could be true. They have sucked.
Apparently the Lakers aren't doing too well right now either.
Yeah, the Lakers are not doing so well either, But Pop did reach the most wins, so the
winningest coach in the NBA
in history. So 1,336 wins.
That's crazy.
That is a long time, but that's a lot of wins.
That's a lot of wins, and I can personally attest to a lot of this because I come from 7 years of working with the San Antonio Spurs.
Wow.
For a while, I was an NBA commentator with the Spanish voice of the NBA, so I was commenting as well.
She could speak Spanish, y'all.
Yes. So it's great to actually see this happening and know that I've covered countless amounts of Spurs games. I've been there. So it's really great to see. Actually, I can't say, oh, he's my friend. No, but working with him, I can say that I work with him because I had to interview him.
Yeah.
He put me on the spot so many times when I had to ask questions and he made me feel this big.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to stand up to Pop and I'm going to ask him how the game was. And he's like, did you not see the game? I'm like, oh, ew. Oh.
I bet.
So he's one of those
like that too.
He is like that, but it's his personality. It's part of who he is. I think that the times where I've seen him smile the most is on media day. when you get to how was your break? Did you go anywhere? Did you eat tacos? Is that the only thing you guys can talk about? And then he smiles and jokes, and once the season starts, he goes to being good old Pop, But it's really, to me, I feel very proud to say that I have actually been in front of him and to see him do this for such a long time.
That's awesome.
It's a huge accomplishment, and to see former Spurs players congratulate him, kind of coming together. I wonder, are they going to do any like celebrations or?
They should.
Or
we
do you
should
think,
have a parade for it. I'm just saying.
I think they should.
Right? I mean, that's a.
It's not like winning a championship, but
it's
like
making history though.
He
and
really
in one team, like he's not a floating coach.
Yeah,
he sticks
one thing
to
that
one team.
I've thought about, and that's the one thing that people in San Antonio. And I'm sorry if I bring it up. You guys are probably gonna hate me for this, but one thing that I have actually thought about. You have to think of his age. Mm-hmm. You have to think of the moment he retires. Mm-hmm. That's going. I mean, think of like when Tim Duncan retired, when Manu retired. Think of what's gonna like. You think about it. You're like, I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to see that day.
Yeah.
When he retires, or the day that we say he's no longer with us, like, we have to really like appreciate what we have. Yes, the team has been not doing so great. I think of this team like the time before Tim Duncan and the time before David Robinson, where it was a bunch of rookies and he was trying to bring them up. Mind you, back then it was a young coach that had all this talent to bring, right? And now you have David Robinson and you have Tim Duncan, and he brought them up. And then you got Tony Parker and you got Manu Ginobili. So he really raised these players. At this day and age, he has that talent with young players. But he doesn't have that age anymore.
That is true.
Yeah. I think that's one good way to look at it, though, is the fact that he has the opportunity to like kind of mold them into the players he wants them to be. So that is a good thing about them being young and being rookies. But it's going to take some time for all the chemistry and everything to get together. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be a winning team again soon. But
what I love about
he's the GOAT regardless.
Yeah, he is. He's he is a really great coach. But one thing I love about him is that he's made each player and each player, of course, has his own personality. But I think for him being the coach and the great leader is that he's taught them all not to be, don't care about the media, don't care about being on the spotlight or anything like that, and to be humble, and the loyalty that comes in, because you remember the time where Tim Duncan, we didn't know if he was going to resign or not, and we were doing all these crazy things to keep him. But I think that his relationship with the players, with the main players, made them stay to where they were just one team. Yeah. And that's hard, because you look at nowadays, players just float all around.
And it's the culture that he has brought in. A lot of the times, I heard this one too many times during media day, where they say the reason why I chose, obviously, Coach Pop has a lot to do with, who comes into the team. But at the end of the day, if MikeAnthony doesn't want to come to the Spurs because he doesn't like Mexican food, first of all, what's wrong with you? Second of all,
none of this Tex-Mex.
None of this Tex-Mex for me.
I love it.
But obviously, players have a lot to say too. So one of the first things, and one of the many times I heard players say, I wanted to come to the Spurs because of the culture, because I want to learn from Coach Pop. And if you notice, I'm not putting down any other teams. Like say the Golden State Warriors. You have really, really great players. Stephen Curry is one of those guys that you look at, you're like, he is a star, but he's so humble. And that's the kind of culture that Pop wants to give. And I think a lot of the teams in the NBA are taking after the Spurs, because you had David Robinson, you had Avery Johnson, you have Manu Ginobili, you have star players that they never felt themselves up here. I'm sorry, Lakers fans, but LeBron... If you're going to be if you're going to carry that head over your shoulders, you got to deliver. And lately, we're talking about the Spurs. So anyway.
No, yeah.
That's
there's a lot of Lakers fans in San Antonio. There's a lot of LeBron fans. And I think LeBron just passed something too as well, if I'm not mistaken, now that you mentioned him. LeBron, and correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I think LeBron became the first player in history to hit over 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists, 10,000 rebounds or something like that.
Something like that.
So, yeah.
Remarkable numbers.
Yes.
So they have to be recognized.
And you know, people like, I think that's what it was, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's any Lakers fans or LeBron fans watching right now. But the organization, and when you say Golden State, what I think about is Steve Kerr. And when I think about Steve Kerr, he played for two great coaches, Phil Jackson and for Pop. So he actually, that's the reason why Golden State is good.
He takes after the Spurs culture.
Exactly. So it makes a lot of sense right there.
It does.
You know, and then besides the Spurs and Pop again, you know, being able to accomplish something huge over the weekend, over the weekend, I'm not sure if there's any wrestling fans, but I was a huge wrestling fan back in the 90s. Shawn Michaels, HBK is my favorite wrestler of all time. Loved him as a wrestler. Did y'all have any wrestling people that you liked or you know, then or now? Or
when I was younger and actually used to watch wrestling before I knew it was fake, I used to like
it's
China.
not staged.
I was trying.
It's
to
not
say some shit.
staged.
I was waiting for him to say something. I used to like China
scripted,
and The Rock a lot when I was younger. I
Yeah.
think China passed away.
Yeah,
I believe
China did
a
pass
while
away,
back,
yeah.
but I used to love them too. I would always watch
The
them
Rock,
too.
man, he's
The
good on the
Rock,
mic.
Yep.
Yeah. My favorite, I guess, you know, because he's one of the ones that like really, really stood out on the wrestling realm. And then John Cena.
John Cena?
He was also one of the ones that really caught my attention. Not because he's very handsome.
That may have been a little part of it, though.
Maybe a little bit. I can't. You forgive me, wrestling fans. I don't know their names, but they are two girls and they're twins. And
Nikki and Brie Bella.
there you go.
I love them.
There. See, I hear
Yep,
their
I
name
do
and I
like
know who
them
they are.
too.
So
Yeah.
I like them because they really portray, at least the times that I've seen them, you know, put on their show and really wrestle. Because it's real.
It
They're
is real.
hot.
They're hot, but
They're
you know,
hot.
even though, I mean, there's wrestling, and I've done my share of wrestling interviews as well, and I'm always like, I mean, it's got, obviously you got to have technique and you got to train for these things, but it's got to hurt. So they have managed to, when they put on their show, they stay very feminine. Where I have seen other female wrestlers where they just, you know, they kind of get into,
Looking like men?
I didn't want to say that,
A little
but
too much.
But a little too much.
They,
Yeah, they do.
they're starting to pull more into the masculinity side of it.
Yeah.
So
Like China did.
Yeah, China did.
Yeah.
And other
So
wrestlers, too.
these two girls, I think they've managed to keep it very entertaining, but very feminine at the same time. So that's my admiration to them.
I used to watch. It was called Total Divas. I think.
Yes.
I like watching reality shows. I don't know why that's a thing, but I watch reality TV.
Yeah.
And that was one of them. It was Total Divas, so that's why I found out about them. And then there's a girl like Natalie or Natalia, and she has red hair, and she's gorgeous too. So like that group right there, they do that. They kind of stay with the more like feminine look, but
They're
be out there
badasses.
kicking ass. Yes,
They're
they'd be
total
out there
badasses.
killing it.
No, I think the women's division has grown a lot, you know, when it comes to wrestling, and they've breaking some, you know, barriers being women, because I think still women today, even when the sports gets kind of overlooked.
Oh yeah.
So because it's a man's sport, whatever, blah blah blah. But the reason why I'm bringing up wrestling is because over the weekend, a former NWO, one of the founders, Scott Hall, he was brought up in WWF back then to Razor Ramon. He had from what I was reading and from what I saw, he had a hip replacement, and his third one, he actually fell, that led him to the hospital to where he was on life support. So, and then today was the day that they shared that they took him off life support. So Scott Hall passed away today, and he was a really big legend in the wrestling world. And a lot of my friends, shout out to Brandon with RCW. He's one of the promoters here in San Antonio that has wrestling events and stuff like that. Seeing that organization, or seeing the fan base of wrestling, and seeing Scott Hall being a legend in my eyes, pass away just like crazy. But
Rest in peace.
But the thing is that life support, like, that's my thing.
So how long was he on it for?
From what I saw, it was like only for a few days. So I don't know if that's true or not. I just saw the news of him being on life support announced, but I don't know how long he was actually on life support. So for
That's
me,
just weird to me.
it is weird too.
It's, when you have had a person, and again, this is coming from someone who really hasn't read about the medical reports and none of that. But if somebody goes on life support, the families, they try to keep them on life support, find ways to try to bring them back, if they're going into like an induced coma, whatever the case may be. But personally, of the cases that I have heard of somebody being on life support, you're talking like this person has been on life support for like 6 months or a year. You're like, there's nothing we can do. They're just racking up bills for the family. There's really nothing they can do, and they're just kind of holding on literally to dear life to keep their person, even though they're not conscious, but they're keeping them alive, life support. But you're talking, those are extreme cases of like, okay, there's really nothing we can do. Something needs to get done. Whereas somebody like him, he had only been on life support for just a handful of days, and then suddenly just unplug him. Like,
see, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't sound
is there
right to
like
me.
a life insurance policy that maybe we can tap into?
Exactly. That doesn't seem right to me. But
I think the family has a, obviously they have to be involved in that and the medical proxy and the processes. But yeah, it seems odd.
It does seem odd.
Very. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't familiar with who this person was. I saw people posting on social media today. I thought it was somebody like that we personally knew, because I kept seeing his name and I thought it was someone we personally knew. And then I started seeing the pictures of the rest. I was like, oh, okay. But I'm sorry for all of the fans out there that are feeling this one. Rest in peace. It's always sad regardless who it is, if somebody passes away. So, and I'm sure whatever the case may be with the family ending the life support as fast as they did, I'm sure we'll find out something. Something will be coming out.
Yeah, sooner or later those details will come out. But the world of wrestling is it's sad, so we remember.
What would y'all do like in your situation and your two viewers if you
better not unplug me,
like
I will
would
come
you
and
wait
hunt
at
you.
least would you wait like
You
how long
if we had a family member
family
on life
member
support, I would wait, honestly, like at least a few months. I mean, I'm not gonna just a day or 2 or 3 and just be like, we're giving up. Like, no.
Life insurance is $2 million.
I'm waiting. I don't fuck that, dude.
No.
I don't fuck about money and everything.
That's true.
I mean, you have to.
Some people don't look at it that though.
There's a lot of things involved. First of all, what is the reason? I mean, again, if he was put on life support, one thing leads to another. He went in there for a hip. What you said? It was a broken hip.
It was a hip
replacement, hip surgery, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times, if they already have medical conditions, we didn't know if he had a heart condition, lung condition, cardiovascular in the blood, anything like that, right? So they put him on. I mean, I'm no medical expert by no means, but when you put somebody on life support, during that time, they're trying to find a way to bring them back. Like somebody who falls into a coma, you're looking for ways. If it's a severe condition, like say somebody who got in a tragic car accident and they're literally in a vegetative state, and just keeping them alive for the sake of saying keeping them alive, well, that's different, But in a matter of a couple of days, what would I do at 4 days? No, there's ways. Like if I love him and I want him to come back.
Especially a hip replacement where you might need a cane or a wheelchair, but I mean, I don't know.
Now, if there was any kind of like brain damage, a lot of things can happen where there can be bacteria in the blood and then other conditions emerge from there. I don't know. I'm no medical expert, but 4 days and of life support.
So basically, you give a little bit more time before you actually make a life decision.
Absolutely,
way more time.
Yeah, same here. I feel the same way on that one. How was your weekend over this past? What is it? What is something that you get into, or now that you kind of transition your life, and we're gonna get into that in the second part. But over the weekend, now do you see yourself more inside your own fitness studio?
Yes. It's been busy, and I've had these conversations with members and family alike. Because I was kind of split between two worlds, in the broadcasting, professional broadcasting for TV, and then, trying to be a business owner. I successfully did it for 3 years, and I actually made the decision to just honor one God. And when I say honor one God is, honor one endeavor, I guess, that how they call it in the professional world. So I'm very, very grateful for all the things that I have done. I have a career and I have a business, but it comes to a point where there's a saying in Spanish that says you can't serve two gods, because sooner or later you're gonna fail one. Right. So for 3 years since I opened Alpha, I was in TV and I was running as a business owner, but I had to run as a silent contributor because of, conflicts of interest and image and all that.
Isn't that crazy? I think that's so crazy when I hear that, to where you would think that they would be proud of, someone that and I get it, you take away from them, or I don't know. I really don't get it, actually.
Yeah.
I do not understand.
Well,
that.
but they're
I'm
big
gonna take that back.
companies, and you represent them, and they're paying you to represent them.
Yeah.
And I understand, and I was under that contract, and I respected it. But I made the decision to focus on one thing and one thing only, and obviously this is what I'm focusing on now. So those of you who didn't know, well, now you know. I'm like, oh, no wonder, no
We haven't
wonder.
seen her on TV.
I haven't seen you. Well, if you
Get the exclusive right here at Late
right
Nights with
here.
All
That's
Access.
what we were talking about before we actually went on air. This is the first time I actually do a broadcast
There you go.
after my TV. Well, I can't say my TV life is over because obviously this is TV too. So what did I do over the weekend? Because now I'm fully committed, dedicated, and focused into this dream of mine. I actually started expanding the schedule.
There you go.
So now I have 6 a.m. classes,
my
and
goodness.
it's Mondays and Wednesdays is 6, 7, 8, and 9 a.m. And then obviously in the afternoon, I have staff that comes in and runs the afternoon session so that I can actually go home. So no, I am not here 24/7. As many people think. I have an amazing team, and they support me, and they're all in. And, oftentimes the receptionist comes in and I have my baggy eyes down to here, and she's like, Ale, go home.
Go home and
I
get
got
some
it.
sleep.
Get some sleep, and I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. I gotta go home. Bye. So, with that being said, I expanded the schedule. So now we have 6 a.m. classes, and then Sundays. I open Sundays because I'm like, nobody works out on a Sunday, So I'm thinking, you gotta tap into the fields that haven't been tapped into. That's how Amazon started, and that's how eBay started, and that's how All Access started. When somebody didn't do it, well, you had an idea, right? So I figured the only way you know if it's going to work is by trying. You miss every shot you don't take, right?
There you go.
That's been my motto. So not yesterday, but the previous Sunday, that was the first Sunday that I said, you know what, I'm going to have one class, don't get crazy, one class at 2 p.m. after everybody went to church, went to dinner, woke up late. I think 2 p.m. is a good time.
It is a
right?
good time.
So I had 5 people show up, and then I come home, and my husband's like, so now you're working on Sunday too? And I'm like, and he's like, how many people showed up? And I was like, 5. And he goes, is that good? I'm like, for a Sunday, I think it's pretty good.
Especially your first one?
Especially the first one, right? So then roll over to yesterday. I come home, and my husband's just sitting like this, and he goes, so how was it? He's questioning me, right? How was it? And I'm like, it was good. He goes, how many people? 12.
Oh, there
Mic
you go.
drop, and he's like, okay. In 1 week, we doubled the number. So this is it's a good trend, and people are liking it, and they're coming. So we're taking baby steps into
You
those
won't
things.
know unless you try.
Exactly.
And that's true.
And I'm really taking advantage of the fact that now that I'm here, I see people in the afternoon, they're like, what are you doing here? Are you not working? And I was like, no. I'm here, I'm working, just here, So, but it's baby steps, The weekends have been busy, but busy in a good way.
That's
good.
awesome.
Always a good thing.
Miss Nat Boogie, how was your weekend? Did you get into any fun?
I always stay fun. What do you mean? I honestly, so this past week was one of those weeks where at the beginning of the week when we're talking about on the show what I have planned, I have nothing planned. And then I just had so much come up. So I do want to give a big happy birthday shout out to Faye. He had a birthday dinner on Wednesday. We went to, have you heard of Bar Loretta?
No.
It's a really, really, really good restaurant.
Where's
they have
that at?
really good food. It's right down the street from Jokesters, actually, on the same street, just right past
nice.
it. So we went to Bar Loretta, had a birthday dinner there, and then went to Bar 19.
Bar 1919. There you go.
And so that was really cool.
I like
And
1919.
Yeah, it's really dope down there. So
I need to hang out with you guys because
Yes,
I'm
you
like,
do.
where is this?
if you like to drink, please come hang out with me.
No, then I'm gonna fail you.
Well, he comes out with me sometimes. He just takes shots of water. Or Red Bull. Actually, he takes shots of Red Bull.
Red Bull.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh like that. It was really mean, I know. But I mean, yeah,
No, I get
guess
it. No.
It's like cheers. Well,
No, cheers.
I mean, I can't say I like
So
to
for
drink.
those-
Yes, I like to drink. I'll be a social drinker. I'll be a social butterfly. But if you're thinking, oh my God, let's do a shot at the second one, I'm gonna be like this. Because you know how like drunk people, like you get the drunk people that want to hug you. You get the huggers, and then you get the fighters. You get
Oh,
the
I can't do the
singers.
fighters.
You get the over friendly people, and then
Uh-huh.
you get the sleepy people.
You're the sleepy
I'm the sleepy.
the one passed out at the table.
Just let me know when we're going home. Yeah.
I'm the
Well,
one
I think
that
I was
drinks,
like 3 of those.
right.
I was angry, friendly, and I don't know about the other one, but yeah.
I'm friendly and I get like active. Like I just get on the dance floor and I just want to dance. So
Yeah.
that's honestly, big shout out to my girl Lily and to Jocelyn. We had a random girls' night at Deal Bar 2 Thursday night.
Oh, there you go.
So that ended up happening Friday night. I was somewhere. I do not remember where, but I'm sure I was somewhere. Saturday, I went to Kung Fu and Camp.
There we go.
I showed a couple of the homies the new bars because they hadn't been out there yet. So I went to Kung Fu and Camp and did the night at Hills and Dales. And then I was right back at Hills and Dales yesterday.
My God, I've been stuck in an office for too long.
Well, it's also my
Right.
birthday next week. So I kind of got started on the
So
celebration.
next Monday,
a
we're going to be
little
celebrating
early.
her birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
so-
We're gonna take the
No, yes.
party bus out, maybe. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like the only places that I know is El Rodeo right out here, the little taqueria place,
Oh.
Is it good?
and that's it.
That's it?
I've been
Yeah.
meaning to check it out.
Like all the girls that come in the morning, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm hungry. Ale, can we do 10 more burpees and we get 2 tacos?" Okay, go do 10 burpees and then we go get tacos. So
That's too
you know,
funny.
and when people come here, it's funny because they're like, "Where is it? I can't find it." Because you know we're like in the basement of the
Yeah.
building. So normally people are like, "Do you have a landmark?" I'm like, "Okay, so you see the taqueria outside? Don't go there. It's next door."
Yeah.
They're
And they're like, oh,
"Okay,"
yeah.
you know. And then it's funny. So another joking part about when people come and find us, they're like, "Is it a church? Is it a church up there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but don't go to the church. Come down here." So the
Yeah.
way we do it is, you come here, you do perreo, and then on Sunday you go up there, and then you say you're sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, you twerk and then you go say you're sorry.
Oh, you twerk. That's
like
too
that.
funny.
We
like
call
that.
it the tuerqueo.
I want to come twerk. Is that a thing?
Those
Is
classes-
that a twerking class you have?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
It's
my
a
friends and I have
lot
been
of fun.
looking for
well,
one.
it's like a hip hop class.
Yes.
But the instructor, I mean, she gets down to twerking.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I need to come to a class.
Some
for
of us,
sure.
we take the class and like, we're dancing and we're doing it, and then she starts like pop and locking with her butt, and we're like,
Oh, I need to learn that.
how is she
I
doing
need to
that?
learn that. Get that muscle.
So if
should
y'all
do it.
ladies, all you friends or people that want to do it, you got to hit them up.
But
Alfa
you know
Fitness.
what? It's about finding a place and finding a community and finding a class where you can really be yourself. Because
Yeah.
believe me, I'm not saying this because this is Alfa, but I'm saying this before I owned a place. Before I was an instructor, I would go to any place. I love dancing. I really do. And I would go to any other place. Think of any corporate gym, the one that you like the most or the one you like the least. You go into a class, you don't know anybody, and then the music starts, and you're like, all right. But then suddenly you start feeling like, people are looking at you like,
comparing.
who does she think she is? She just got here. They start giving you their dirty looks, so it make you feel this big, and you're like, okay, I don't want to dance anymore. So what I tell people when you come here, nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is not a dance contest. It is not a popularity contest. You come here, and we're here for you. And we have one instructor that every time he comes in, he goes, if you request a class, you go up there and you dance it. So that's his rule. So, oh my God, can you play that one song? I don't know it. I'll follow you. But it's like everybody gets the spotlight.
That's awesome.
And it's about feeling like you really can let go of all your inhibitions and let go of your shyness and just have fun. When you go in there into a place where you're gonna work out, but you feel like you can be yourself, that's when you can have the most fun while doing a workout.
That is true.
Yep. Best ones to go to.
That is.
There's a couple of people saying hi to you.
Hi.
I'm not sure if it's Holanda or Orlando.
That is my receptionist. Hi, Holly.
Okay, she said to tell you hi.
Yeah.
And then Araceli, she said that it's
yes,
so
she's
much
also-
fun. I guess the class you were just talking about. It sounds like fun.
The
I need to come
twerk.
check that out sometime.
The twerking class.
I've been
yes.
trying to find a place like that.
You remember the video that you saw, and I think I tagged you, and you tagged your friend. That was her.
Oh, is
event.
this where?
That was her event at the
yeah,
at the
that's
grand
the
event.
friend I was talking about.
Yep.
We've been wanting to find a place. Noted. Found a place, JoJo.
There you go.
Yep. There you go. You know, and,
Okay, now I can see the comments. Sorry.
So over the weekend, I was at 1902, and shout out to DJ Mystic, just killing it. We still just making sure that the Friday nights are increasing, and appreciate the love and support. If you don't know what 1902 nightclub is, it's the newest nightclub downtown, probably the biggest nightclub in Texas. It's 2 stories, just incredible, makes you feel like you're not in San Antonio at all. And our Friday nights are just continuously growing. So we saw the numbers. It was like over 400 people that showed up, and then Saturday was like about 600 something. So we're kind of like almost there. Okay. And our goal is to do at least like our goal within the next 4 weeks is to hit over 1,000 people. So I'm just going to continuously work on that, and especially with the weather getting better too.
Yes.
You know, the weather has to do a big factor of going out. But it seems like when it gets cold, people do want to go out too, is more, which is weird.
We had the most bipolar weather last week. I was so confused because it was like 50 degrees one day, and then it was like 80 degrees today, and I don't know what's going on.
I know. I was wearing my sweater or my hoodie, and then I was wearing shorts.
I think Texas
and then I was like,
right?
God damn! I was like, where am I at right now?
I think Texas was trying to keep up with the gas prices.
Oh yeah,
Like,
there's so many.
You're hot and you're cold. Yes and you're no. I can't with
these
this.
gas prices.
It's a whole
You know what? So I have a party bus business, right? And it took me $200 to fill up my party bus.
You're like, I don't know if I want to go out anymore.
So I'm thinking about increasing,
increase
the price just because of the fact that the gas prices are just ridiculous.
And with that note, if I can make a little public service announcement in the name of all small business owners, don't ask. And this is for everybody that's watching. I'm not saying this just because I'm a small business owner, but in the name of all business owners, if you own a business, you know how hard it is to be the jack of all trades. You have to put on every single hat. You have to be receptionist. I'm talking for myself. In my case, I have to be receptionist, janitor, instructor, mentor, payroll, HR, instructor. I have to be everything, right? So when I have people come in and they tell me, "Oh my God, this is great," you know, they find one thing is having a price and another thing is having value. So when you go to a small business, find the value of what you're being offered, right? So don't ask for discounts because you don't know that what that small business is doing to feed a family. You know, it could be a restaurant, it could be a little taqueria on the corner, it could be a fitness studio, it could be, you know, selling supplements, or, you know, some people, you know, make those cold pressed juices at home and then they sell them to their friends. Like, those are not the places that you want to ask for discounts. So support your small business, support your friends.
Yes,
a lot of the times
that is true.
That's where big companies start, but we have to start small and we have to start supporting.
That is true.
Thanks.
I like that. I approve of that message. Yes, that's a good one. Going back on the drinking, so I've been sober for over 5 years now. So when we do go out, we do party with water and Red Bull, Sugar Freeze, and Topo Chico. So you can go out without drinking.
There you go.
It's a lot of fun, actually. You know, especially like, I don't think it's really the drinking part. It's just being around people that you like being around.
Yeah.
You know, so it makes the environment really fun. But
I was actually hanging out with, I forgot who it was I saw at the bar yesterday. Oh, it was, you introduced me to her, actually. She was on the party bus with us last time. Loren, I want to say was.
Loren.
Yeah. So she stopped drinking. She hasn't drank for it was like 152 days or something. So I saw her at Hills yesterday, and she's like, I think part of it is just like the action of like actually drinking something when I'm out.
It's more like people that
setting.
smoke. It's also I personally think it's more of an oral fixation, where you just feel like you gotta have something in your hand. You gotta, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people go with the gum. Because it's not so much of the, I mean, obviously, you know, nicotine is an, you know, it's a drug and it's an addiction, but a lot of the times it's more of like you want to be holding something, you know, like I see a lot of people and they get like antsy-pantsy, like, because
no, it's true.
They
it's
want
true.
to hold something.
Well, so for me, it's just more about the environment. Like, I don't have to have a drink in my hand. Like, I just like seeing people happy and dancing and fun. I just don't like it when they're getting stupid drunk. That's when I get annoyed. I'm just like, all right, I'm out. But Saturday, I had on my party bus, I had a client that was going to reschedule their party for the next week or for the next month or whenever they want to reschedule. and because she didn't have the full payment. So when people book a party bus, they pay a deposit, and then they have 48 hours to pay the rest of the remaining balance. So then it gives me a time. If they don't pay, then I can try to
Release it and get somebody else.
get someone else in within the next 24 hours. So she was just like, no, I think I could do it. I think I could do it. And so I waited Friday all the way to 10. And then Saturday she tells me, okay, she sent me the money. And I was like, damn, I don't have a driver because all my drivers are already booked. So I had to drive the bus. So I drove to Seguin, to San Marcos, to Austin. But I love knowing what people like to listen to. And they listen to a lot of hood music. And I was so jamming. Yeah, I was so jamming to it because I knew some of the songs that they were playing. They're like, what? They thought I was white. I was like, no, I'm the whitest Mexican, but no, I'm not white. I was like, damn, like they just had some really good music. They were playing a Zero too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they put Zero on. They just put. I'm gonna actually play some of the show you some of the songs that they played because one of them I think you'll like. I was like, nah, not but you probably like this one.
Probably.
But
it was hood ratchet shit.
Yeah, ratchet. It was really ratchet, like really. Like I was like, damn. But it was just a good time, just to get to know them and drive and just see them and just getting to meet my customers too. It was pretty cool. And then they're like, we're gonna all book with you next time. I was like, cool. But that was a long night because you remember spring forward. So when at 2 a.m. it came to 3 a.m. So I didn't get home until like 6:30.
You're like, I'm seeing the rising sun.
And I had a big ass Red Bull sugar free too with me. I'm just like, damn. And I ate Whataburger too. And I think that's what was making me tired. Was that Whataburger.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the time change. I forgot about it because
Yeah,
I was actually at home asleep when it happened. I'm usually like awake out somewhere and I watch the time change. I was actually already in bed.
So I didn't affect
and then I
you.
woke up on the couch at like 6:30 in the morning. I was like, damn, I've been passed out here for a minute, but it didn't mess with me too bad today.
No, it didn't
felt
mess with
fine.
me either. Like the going backwards or forward doesn't mess with me. It's just that it makes it look like I stayed out longer than I did. I was like, no, it's 5:30, not 6:30. So
Yeah, and actually, so last week, that's when I started the 6 a.m. classes, and obviously it's kind of like the first week, so people are kind of like, okay, what's going on? So nobody showed up, right? So I'm here at 6 in the morning. I was just doing some admin work. I took advantage of it. I didn't have any distractions, but I walked in today. And it's funny because my husband, he works, he gets up at 3:30 in the morning to go to work. So he's a midnight owl. Like he gets up and he's good to go, right? So he was like, if you wake me up, I will go with you. I was like, okay. So all I did was this. I'm like, if you wake up, you're coming with me. If you're not, I'm leaving, right? So we get here and he's like, why do I feel so tired? Like, why do I feel so tired? And I'm like, I don't know. I went to bed. I'm like, I feel fine. And he was like, oh, I know why. And we walk in and the clocks here, they all say 4:45 instead of 5:45 because class started at 6. And he's like, it's 4:45. You woke me up at 3:35. And I'm like, well, it's going to hit you somehow, So I didn't feel it too much. I think I enjoy it more when it's the fall back. Like when we go back 1 hour. You're like, yes, I get another hour. I do too. And you still wake up.
I don't feel it. I just don't feel it regardless, no matter what time.
I just get confused because it feels like it's so late and it's like 6, 7 o'clock and it's already dark. So that's the only thing and I feel like I was finally getting to the point to where I was getting used to that. And then the time just changed again.
And then suddenly it's like 5 in the morning and the sun is like right there.
That's too funny. Besides that, and then Sunday, did family day, did the family stuff on Sunday. So
did you get your pizza?
Got my pizza too. I love pizza. You know what? We went to go eat at La Gloria, and I'm sorry, La Gloria. I like Johnny. I'm thinking now I'm blank. Johnny Hernandez, right? Chef Hernandez, yes. He's actually made my. I think it was my what birthday was it? My 30th birthday. He, we went out and ate there and all that. It was great. But for some reason, yesterday it wasn't great. The food was not. I was so disappointed. So food could have been a little bit better, but I mean, other than that, we ate. Then we go take the family out to Dave & Buster's, play video games and all that. So yeah, it was pretty fun. And then afterwards, I went to get my pizza, eat a whole box, pretty much almost the whole box by myself.
Nice.
I left
Why?
2 slices.
You're in a fitness place, right?
Yeah,
Do you realize that?
But I love eating my pizza. Pizza actually helps you, gain
Are you
some
one
muscle.
of those that have like that routine where like
cheat
one
day.
time a week you eat the same thing routinely?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Okay, well, there's a guy that I used to work with in TV, and I swear we're doing the 10 o'clock newscast, and we're about to go in the last break, and he's like this on the phone, and he's like, I gotta order my wings. Hang on, just a second. Like every Friday at like 9, he would order them. No, at 10:20. So he would time his. By the time he ordered the wings, to the time we got out of the newscast, to the time he got to the place, he's like, they're ready and they're going to be warm and they're going to be ready for me by the time I get home. They're the perfect because not too hot, not too cold. I mean, he's like down to the T, right? And he's like, hang on, I got to order. I'm like, how many wings do you order? He goes, just 5.
You know what's so crazy that you say that? I order 1 pizza or 2 boxes, depending on the family wants to eat or not. But I order through the phone, so I miss out on all these reward points because I don't do it through the
slacking.
app. I know. I just realized that. I was just like, every Sunday for the past, I would say, well, in this case, it's been Domino's pretty much for the past 2 years.
Ding, ding, ding. There's a commercial.
I don't know, right? Domino's, right? But that's where I get my pizza because I like it. It's $7.99. It's a large
No, I want
hand
pizza.
hand
Thanks.
toss. Pepperoni.
I can offer
I'm
you
basic,
a great protein
you know.
shake.
That tastes like pizza. No, you smell the pizza and drink the shake.
Yes,
you know?
it's like you smell it and you drink
Yeah.
the protein.
I do really want to quick. I just remembered what I did Friday night. Just remembered. I want to shout out to Slackers. So the local ESPN station, they
There you go.
just got Joe Reinagel, who used to be on TV. He's on the radio now, ESPN. And
Nice.
so they had like a whole welcome Joe party at Slackers on Friday.
Oh, he's
Slackers
amazing. I
Medical.
worked with him
Yes, he's
during
very cool.
high school football.
Oh, really?
He's the coolest
He's
guy.
awesome.
Every time he would see me, what's going on, Alex? What's going on, Alex? He's like this like super happy-go-lucky guy. I remember when I first met him, he like, I mean, you're talking about a guy that's been on TV doing this for like, I mean, probably
Long time.
as long as you know, my age. That's how long you've been doing it, you know?
How old are you?
Don't worry about it.
How old are you?
25. 26 tomorrow. And he's like super cool. And I was a little intimidated by him because I'm like, you know, when I got the lead anchor position, I became the first and only female in San Antonio to hold a lead anchor position in San Antonio, regardless of language,
That's
right?
dope.
So when you go to a Spurs game, at the end of the game, you see all the you know, the local reporters and presenters on the side of the court. So I would see Joe, I would see all the guys from all the other stations, from the Spanish stations, and I'm the only girl. Mind you, these guys have a producer and lights and mic and camera guy, and they got the whole setup. And they're just there, just waiting for their time to say, okay, 3, 2, 1, cue, right? And I'm here with my tripod and my camera and my little cart, and I'm doing everything, right? And the first time that he ever came up to me and he was like, where is your camera girl? God, where is your camera guy? And I was like, right here. You're looking at like, no, honey. Where is your camera guy? And I was like, I don't have one. He's like, how are you a girl? I'm like, first of all, sir, woman empowerment. First of all, I can do it. And he goes, I know you can. I'm watching you do it. That doesn't mean you should. And I'm like, dear boss, today I was told I should have a camera guy.
I even said when I saw you first do it, when I first saw her like doing what she was doing, I was like, where's everyone else? Like,
No, that's
crazy.
The way he came in with all his production gear, it's camera, tripod, satellite, lights, everything was all me,
yourself.
right?
Yeah.
So I think because the way they saw me performing while doing the job, I think I earned some bragging rights and some
Yeah.
respect. And Joe was one of the very first ones that actually came up to me and said, "Good job."
Nice.
I was like, "Thank you." So
well, congratulations to ESPN.
Yeah.
Or-
they got a
local ESPN.
really good guy on their
He's
team.
really cool. Him and his wife. I met his wife too, and we just clicked. And so
Nice.
we had a great time. So I was thinking about trying to remember what I did Friday. That's what I did Friday. So
Nice.
yeah.
So now
That's
you can
awesome.
hear him on the airwaves.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like Pop. He's been around for a long time, but he's still got some
There you go.
years in him.
So now, before we get into, so crazy is that these conversations, can last for a long time, and we actually kind of extended the first half a little bit, going on like 45 minutes, 47 minutes. Yeah, and it's crazy because these live streams, when we do them, the episodes, a lot of people always ask, special guests sometimes ask, like, is there, a script? Is there something that we can't say? It's basically just a real conversation, real time, and and enjoying the moment, right? And we don't, filter anything out. You can say whatever you want, basically, because it's live. Now, we are going to take a small little break. And when I say small, it's going to be a small little break. And then we're going to come right back into the second half. And make sure to continue to tag your Monday Night Squad. If this is your first time watching, please tag all your friends, show some love and support. We're going to come right back and get into a little bit more details and about your career change and you and Alfa Fitness, what's coming and what's like the biggest moves that you're going to be making pretty soon. Okay. So don't go anywhere, everyone. And we'll be right back with y'all.
¿Tiene usted Medicare? ¿Están contentos con su plan actual de Medicare? Le ayudamos a los clientes Rolando a ahorrar los $148 que te quitan el seguro social en el parte B.
You need to call the Medicare twins today. They really helped me.
Llámanos ahora 210-585-8999. Somos locales. That's right. We're in San Antonio. Call us today. 210-585-8999.
And we are back. When I say quick, it's quick. What is that? 30 seconds right there for a promo commercial with the Medicare twins. If you have any of your parents or seniors that that needs Medicare, they're the ones to go ahead and contact. We appreciate them having their video on our show. Now we're over here at Alfa Fitness. You made a huge change in your life recently, from being on TV to where you had to put your business behind the scene that you couldn't really share with your social media outlet, that you actually own a fitness studio. So that transition, how's that been for you?
It's been I'm trying to find the word in English because I know it in Spanish.
Say in Spanish. Speak to Spanish too as well. We don't understand, but like
ha sido una experiencia gratificante. It's been gratifying. It's been rewarding.
There we go.
Rewarding transition. Anytime you make a change, it's scary. Whether you're taking you're getting married, or you're leaving your job, or you're changing jobs, you're changing city, you're going somewhere. Change is difficult, Yep. But I'm a firm believer that you have to pick your difficult. At least in the sense of being in the fitness world, being fat. And I know a lot of people get offended with the word fat, but being overweight is difficult. Being fit is difficult. You have to pick your difficult. So in this transition, I picked my difficult, and my family, my husband, people that I really care for, people that I really trust. I had these conversations with them, and they said, well, you can't do this thing forever, right? Because sooner or later, Alfa is going to demand more of you, and your work is going to continue to restrict you based on, the stipulations of your job and the conditions and whatever. And I said, you know what? I need to focus on the things that I feel that I can grow and that feel like I have more control over. So yes, leaving what I known as my career. The fact that I left a company doesn't mean my career is over. This is proof.
This is proof.
I'm in front of a different camera, but I'm still in front of a camera. I also started a podcast that now I can actually openly tell you guys about it. And now I'm telling everybody and their mom about Alfa in my every social media. So it's been a very rewarding experience because what I knew would happen is happening. People are asking me about it. People are coming through the door, and my dad, just a couple of days ago, he said, can you imagine if you had been doing this since you opened? Where would Alfa be today?
How long has it been open?
For 3 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he said, obviously, it grew and people know you. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of people came in through the door saying, oh my God, she's the girl from TV, and I don't advertise it that way because I kept it completely separate, but people would come in like, are you the girl on TV? They would walk in just randomly and I'm like, well, without makeup, but yes, that's me, so it was kind of like a benefit of both, but I kept it completely separate. But now that I am fully dedicated to Alfa, I've seen the reward from my current members and members that are coming in through the door, and the response of me being fully here, it's what I needed to do.
It is, because we think that we can have a business and run it and have a career,
and you can. I'm the proof of that. It's just not easy.
You can, but the thing is that you can't give 100% at both.
Exactly. I was a 50-50.
So it's like you're either giving 100% over here, or you're giving more energy over here because it's your breadwinner at the moment. But really, your breadwinner is your business, because once you get away from there, then your focus is going to be here, and then you're just like, there's no giving up.
Yeah.
It's
and,
like
and you
have
put
to,
under pressure, because now you have to make it happen. I recently read a quote by Les Brown. He's a great motivational speaker from back in the 80s.
Still today. Leslie Brown is really great.
So I recently started listening to a lot of his conferences. And one thing that really resonated with me is he said, when you are put under pressure, you are forcing your brain to find ways to make it happen. And that's why recently on all the posts of Alpha, I do, you know how you have to walk down the ramp? I say, walk in, roll down the ramp, whatever you do, just make it happen. And that's because of, the Les Brown conference that I heard. And he said, when you say, I can't, that's the definitive answer. You made the decision that you can't. But when you say, how can I, you're forcing your brain to find ways on how can you, right? So now that I don't have that secure income that I was getting from my career, now I'm here, and I can't say I can't, because no, I have to. So how can I? How can I? I'm talking to MikeAnthony. I'm talking to you, and I'm talking to everybody and that's my how. And it's coming together.
It's a beautiful thing to see people kind of like take and believe in themselves. You believe in yourself, and you start to really understand like your time and where you put it at, especially with your business. But the thing is that you're able to accomplish your own goals, and you see it, and then your staff is going to see it, that you're putting more time and energy into it. They're like, oh, wow.
And it's collective. The energy that you put, they see that you're putting more effort. It happens. And I'm so grateful for the team of instructors and even the members. I feel like a lot of times I don't have to do anything. Like we have a member, as she comes in, and if she talks to you and she's asking about a membership, or she's, it's almost like unaware that she's kind of like pushing me off to the side, and I just let her talk, and she's like, oh my God, and this membership and this class and this instructor, and she just keeps going. And they have no option but to say, okay, I'll get the membership.
Right.
And I'm like, I need you front desk, and it's members experience. That's bringing people in. It's the word of mouth. And I'm a full believer. So when somebody comes in and tells me, or, Holly, she's watching right now live, and a couple of my instructors, I see that they're tuned in. When they come and they tell me, somebody came in and they were kind of mad because, either class started late or something happened, that they just didn't have that happy experience. I personally call them. What was your experience like? Tell me what happened. I need to fix it, because just like one person can bring a friend, that one person can take friends. So I can't afford to lose friends over the trash can wasn't empty. Like something as simple as the class started 10 minutes late. It shouldn't, so like, it's just, little things like that. But I go back to the small business. We put so much effort into making things happen, and this is our baby, So
now over the you had launched a first annual event. And can you speak?
And you were part of it.
Yes,
so
we were part of it. So,
that the one Richie DJ'd?
Yes, DJ Richie Rich, which he's on right now. So shout out to Richie Rich. He's actually asking where is it located. So you can actually tell him the address if you want.
Yes, we are on the corner of Fredericksburg and 410, 3800 Northwest Loop 410. So when you see, here comes the landmark. When you see the taqueria in the middle of the parking lot, we are behind the taqueria. You can go there after you come and take one of our classes.
Yep.
After you earn the tacos, then you can go and have them. So yes, Fredericksburg and 410.
And so that event was really great because it was your first time doing it. You actually brought in so many different Zumba instructors all together. It wasn't just Alpha, but it was, a collective, just different people in the industry. And that's going to happen for the new future too, right? Every year you're gonna just continuously building it. Now, is there any other events that you're gonna be doing possibly coming up soon, or like for summertime or?
Yes, actually. So we have, well, we don't organize it. It's organized by the YMCA. It's Ciclovia. You probably heard about it. So they close off a couple roads, or just an area, and it's just one day. So people go and they cycle on the streets, and it's like a fitness event, and then they have group exercise demos. So we're not going to be actually part of it, but we're gonna go there. We're just kind of we're planning on a little flash mob, little boot camp, little thing, just on our own. Whoever is there, they want to join us. We just want to have fun with it, just for the sake of going there. And that's how you get to grow your community. You go, you meet people, you network. So we have that coming up. And then one event that I'm actually working on, and I think it's going to be very, very, very attractive, especially to girls, women in general. I was really trying to find a way it's a fitness event, but there's gonna be very little sweating. I'm gonna name it Mujeres y Margaritas. Why Mujeres y Margaritas? Because you say margarita and you're like, I want one, right?
You saw my
but
reaction,
it's a yes, we're gonna have margaritas. So you're like, it's a fitness place. Why are you drinking, right?
Because you're gonna throw up, right? And that's how you lose weight. I was like,
no, that's horrible. No,
I'm just joking. It's a joke.
No, so no. You went the other way. So Mujeres and Margaritas is gonna be kind of like a little getaway in San Antonio. We're gonna hide. Whoever wants to join us, we're gonna hide for 3 hours. And the first hour is going to be get to know each other. We're going to play empowerment games. I've been planning for this for a long time. It's going to be so interactive. So the first hour is going to be kind of getting to know, if I don't know you, I'm going to talk to you. And the reason why I started thinking about this is because a lot of the times I have couple of girls that they come in, oh my god, my kid, oh my god, he was pissing me off, and I gotta get in, I gotta get, and it's, you come in and you only have 1 hour to make all this happen. So I just want to grab her and be like, slow down, breathe. As a female, you are a mom, you're a worker, you're a business owner, you're a wife, you're a sister, you're a mother, you're a daughter, you're all these things. And just like a business owner, women have to put all their hats, like a million hats in a day, but they don't actually get the time to sit down and talk to somebody without, I gotta go because my kid, so we want to do this 3 hour getaway or get in way to just do that, talk and just be women, be females, we not to gossip. The purpose is not to gossip, but just to feel like you can.
Women don't know how to not to gossip.
Well, maybe it's just.
I think men are
more
worse
of like
now.
of releasing and unloading. So the first hour would be more of like mingling, getting to know each other. The second hour, I will lead a meditative yoga session, and that is really with the purpose of letting go of everything that no longer serves you. I've personally been practicing meditation, and you have no idea how relieving it is. Like, I walk out of here and you can curse me out 3 times and I'm gonna say, you know what, that's great.
Thank you. Please come again.
Thank you, come again. Right. And of course the last hour is going to be mingle, enjoy, talk about the things that you liked, and then we're going to have margaritas, whether you want to have them with alcohol or not alcohol, whatever, but it's about meeting different girls. And a lot of the times I like, let's say, you come into 9 a.m. class, but I only see you walking in and out. I just know your name, but I don't know who you are, so this would be a good opportunity for the community to actually come together and get to know you, not just the girl that walks in, puts the bag down, dances and leaves. Like I maybe we have something in common that we can share, that we can power each other, that we can support each other. So that's coming up in the first weekend of April. So the events that are coming up in Alfa, we're going to get together for Ciclovia. And then that event, I'm going to be sharing all the information here pretty soon, but it's going to be happening the first weekend of April.
I like that. That's really cool. When is Ciclovia again?
On the 28th of March, if I'm not mistaken. 27th or 28th. It's on a Saturday.
It's like Broadway area, right? They close off? Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that is.
So it's gonna be fun, and then everybody that signs up for it, it's gonna get like a little self-care kit. You're gonna get a little notepad because we're gonna play games. You're gonna write stuff. You're gonna get like a face mask and like a little candle. So everybody gets a self-care kit to remember that yes, you're a mom, yes, you're a daughter, yes, you work, yes, you are all these things. But when you go to bed, sometimes you have to tell yourself, I gotta take care of me. I keep telling, and it's easier said than done. But when you get on an airplane, I mean, how many times have you heard this? Place your mask before helping others. That is the first concept of help yourself before you can help others. You have to be okay before you can help your daughter, your kid, your husband.
No, yeah.
So and that goes not just for females; it goes for everybody. So
you're
it's self-care.
I love that. That's
self-awareness and mental health.
Mental health is very important nowadays.
Yes,
Too many things going on, and we're,
absolutely agree with that. That's a good event. That's
It's gonna be fun.
And you know what I like about it is that it's kind of, it gets people to break the ice and really get to know one another, and you never know, you may just be able to meet like your new best friend or something like that. So that's good thinking right there. Look at you.
I'm thinking of the community head. I want the girls. I want people to know, first of all, that Alpha is not just a women's only gym. Our the biggest our biggest community base is females, so that's the reason why I want to do this, because I want to let our members know that, hey, even though sometimes I don't see you when you come in, or I just say hi, and it's I see some of my members like, Ale, I just want to talk to somebody. Here comes my psychologist hat, and then here comes my mentor hat, and here comes my don't worry hat, here comes my friend hat, right? So I want to take the time for them to know that there is a space for them to say, hey, today I just want to be heard, and it's not going to be like AA where you go there and what's my name? Welcome, MikeAnthony. No, it's not going to be
6 years
Six
sober.
years sober. No, it's
April.
going to be just a release, like stress reliever kind of, event. And it's going to be
good.
fun.
No,
So it is a women's only gym?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Anybody can come, but that event particularly is going to be
It's gonna
women's
be
only.
women
Yeah.
only? Okay, cool. Very awesome.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And then we also have other, bigger projects coming up for Alpha, but those,
our secrets.
yeah. Well, they're not secrets, but.
All right, let's go ahead and share them.
They're,
Okay,
they're,
so what's
I'm
gonna
stirring
happen?
the pot, so I can't tell you what I'm cooking yet, but I'm cooking something.
Let's just tell them what's like going to be inside the oven then.
Was it the same thing?
I know, I just playing with you. You got to just make sure to continue to follow Alpha Fitness on social media platforms to see some of these huge announcements that she'll be making pretty soon. What do you have going on for spring break for this week? Do you have spring break classes? I know last week was spring break, and then this week's spring break too. So depending on, I guess, where you're at. But do you have a calendar for this week that you can share to the audience?
Yes,
because we do replay the show throughout the whole week.
Yeah.
So
So our schedule, we try to keep it consistency, because when it comes to building healthy habits, consistency is key. So our schedule, unless we're adding, but once we add, we don't take off.
Yeah.
So, and we don't like canceling classes unless, I'm here and, it's just you and me. If you're like, what, let's go eat tacos. Okay, it's just the two of us. But normally we don't cancel classes unless it's weather related, road conditions, that kind of thing. So consistency is key. If you want to look at the schedule of Alpha, just go alphafitstudio.com/schedule. Remember to spell it with an F, because if you spell it with PH, then you're going to get an error on looking for the website. So it's alphafitstudio.com/schedule.
what does Alpha stand for?
Alpha, it's actually my name. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where-
So quick story. I promise I won't make it long.
No, go ahead.
So when I told my dad, I come from 15 plus years of fitness experience. I
Okay.
come from the Air Force. I was a fitness test administrator. So throughout the entire time, I was like, I would love to have something like this. This dream came 15 years later, but it came. And my dad was like, I always thought of having something that was universal, something easy that people could remember. And my dad was like, yeah, make it like Ale Becerra Fitness, or, something with your name. And I was like, and immediately I thought, Dad, in Paris, in Vegas, in LA, in New York, nobody knows Ale Becerra. Nobody. But they know Gold's Gym, and they know LA Fitness, and they know 24-Hour Fitness. Those are universal names, right? And he said, yeah, but you have to make it something that's with your name. And I'm like, okay, make it something by Ale Becerra. I'm like, no. And he said, okay, look, your name is Alejandra. And in the Mexican culture, you have like two names, right? So my middle name is Fabiola. So my dad came with the great conjunction of A-L as Alejandra, F-A as Fabiola.
How cute is that?
And it's Alfa. So, and my dad, he's always said that he's my number one fan. I love him. I'm sure he'll watch me. But the really
That's pretty neat. I love knowing about like how people come up with their business names, because I think everyone, if you have a story behind it.
Yeah.
So that's great to share.
Yeah. So he came and I
amazing.
like that. I was
Alpha.
like, that's it. I mean, it is my name, but people don't know that it's my name unless you know me, right?
Yeah.
And he said, you're a leader. You've always been,
You're an
very
alpha.
determined. You're an alpha female.
See?
And he said from the very moment that you were born, and I'm sorry if this is too much, but I feel like I have to share it. So he said from the very moment that you were born, you showed that you were gonna be either stubborn or very dedicated.
And you got both.
And I got a little bit of both. So when my mom was pregnant with me, here comes the little story, sidekick story. When she was pregnant with me, she was 3 days in labor. And when I was, I know, to this day, she's like, you're still the pain in my uterus. But the story tells us, they tell it, that when I was born, I was declared dead. Yeah. So the doctor came to my mom, and I was their second child. I have an older brother. It's me, and then 2 younger sisters. So when I was born, the doctor came to my mom, and he said it was a girl. So my mom cried, and they put me back, and they worked on me, and they worked and worked and worked and worked. And my dad was gonna come to my mom and tell her, hey, it was a girl. And as my dad was trying to tell her that, I cried. And I came back. So anytime I have seen myself in hardship, anytime I had seen myself in moments where I feel like I can't with my life, she always comes back to me and she said, if you fought for your life and you're still here, this is not bigger than you.
Yeah.
So my dad coming back, to the name of Alpha, he said, you're a warrior, you're a guerrera, and you're an alpha female. And you are the owner of Alfa Fitness. And I was like, I am.
I love that.
I like that.
Oh,
That's
I'm
a
gonna
great story.
Throw some hearts myself on the thing just for that. Man,
Yeah.
hold up. That's really cool. Very cool story.
So
behind that.
it's to me it's a family project, because everything that you see in here, it's been my dad, it's been my husband, and it's been me. From the floor to the signs to the lights to the paint, everything. It's been
Y'all got to come out and
the
support,
three of
show
us.
some love.
So it's I have a lot of love for this place. So
Yes.
everything that I do, it's with a lot of love and with a lot of passion. And I have an amazing family and an amazing group of people and instructors and members, and they're all part of it. So it's for you guys. So
It's awesome to have that support and people that will back you up in your vision and what you want to do and what you're passionate about, and will sit there and be just as passionate about it with you. So that's awesome to have that support system.
And you know what? It's been such a great show tonight, because we do want to see Ali back on set with us, but kind of more of a permanent maybe thing, because we've been wanting to have
We've been needing it.
yes.
she's like, I need a break. I need a day off.
No, we've been when we first started the show, there was 4 of us, and then each one had their own personal things that happened, and it takes consistency, like you said.
Yep.
So to see you transition, and I know that you love being on TV and in front of the screen. You have a great personality too, so
Thank you. Appreciate
I think
it.
it would be really phenomenal to have you part of the team. So this week, my grandmother's birthday is on Friday, so she'll be 81. And she don't look like 81, but
She does not at all.
Yeah, she doesn't. So I need to figure out what we're gonna do for her birthday. So have that going on for Friday night, and then
Not 1902? You're not gonna
19.
take her to
Well,
1902?
no, I know, right? My grandma be like, she looks like a slut. She looks like a slut. She is a slut.
You know what I
My grandma's like that. Like when she sees
sounds
my
like a great
my
time.
grandma's when I scroll through my Facebook in front of my grandma, and she'll see like some of the girls I
It's like
post.
slutty,
She's
slutty.
looks like a slut. Yep, that's a hoe right there. I was like, grandma. She does. I was like,
That's
damn,
hilarious.
she's funny. But
Make sure you celebrate her dash.
her dash. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know where that come from?
Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh, you're making me go blank right now. But yes, I've heard that. I've heard that.
I haven't.
Yeah.
What is
I've
it?
heard
No,
that.
it's I think I heard it on TikTok or somewhere, where
don't
the guy
ce-
is talking about when
Someone's born and someone's dead. You celebrate the dash. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes.
The dash. You celebrate, the life of that person right then and there. You don't wait until, it's like the saying. You don't wait until the
Like,
day.
no, wait until I'm gone to give me my flowers.
mhm.
Yeah.
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 So it's
but
like
I can't remember who said it though.
Well, I heard it on TikTok where it's a really nice kind of like motivational speech that says when somebody dies, they remember the day they were born and they remember the day that they die. But nobody ever talks about the dash. So when you go through life, make sure that you really put the value on the dash, which is the moment you were born till the moment you're dead. What really matters is the dash.
Yeah.
I like that. Very
No,
cool.
it's true. And then no, I really like that because that's how I felt. Because I have a really special bond with my grandma. I'm always there for her, taking her to doctors, eating with her, watching her drink margaritas and stuff like that. She may come over here for that margarita thing.
She might just really enjoy it.
Now, real quick, DJ Richie Rich was asking about meal preps and juices. Do you have any juices and meal preps on site?
On site, yes. Well, we go by order because it's a short shelf life. But we work together with Gino Luna, and he's also an instructor here with Lion Fit Foods. So if you guys use the code Alpha, he'll give you 15% off on your orders.
Nice.
So him and I we're always collaborating. He does meal preps. I'm always I'm always sharing his menus on the Alpha page. Everything is linked on there. But if you want to go and check out his weekly menu, which it changes weekly, so he's got amazing food. Like you think you're eating at a fancy restaurant, and he's got like the turkey stuffed bell peppers with roasted mash and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm hungry. But the food is really really good. So go to lionfitfoods.com. You can find him on Instagram. You can also find him on Facebook, and he's got the menus there. Super simple. He calls it simple, tasty, and delivered. Because if you can't come pick it up, he will deliver it for you. It's super affordable. I mean, you name it. So yes,
there you go.
You can either come and order here, or you can go directly on the website, talk to him. He's always available.
Awesome. Awesome. So this weekend, Friday night, we'll be at 1902 beforehand, celebrating my grandmother's birthday. Also, shout out to Being a Cheeseman because they did have their music video that they were doing tonight, and sponsored my party bus for them to do a little scene in there. Shout out to AJ too as well, and Chona E. And they're going to be our special guest on March 28th. So next Monday, we are going to take a break because it's going to be Nat Boogie's birthday and Adam's birthday too as well. So they share the birthdays together. and Saturday night will be at Hotel Discotheque. Sunday, probably not going to do anything, just be family. So
you can come to the 2 p.m. class.
2 p.m. classes, get down.
What does he do the twerk class?
Nah, I don't want to outdo anybody with twerk.
That would be funny.
Hey,
That would be
we're
fun.
gonna have to do that together.
You got to try it out.
I would never do no twerk.
You know what?
class.
Gino said that the other day, and then before you know it, he's posing like this in the picture.
Yeah, probably
I'm just kidding. No,
not.
he didn't twerk. He didn't twerk. He's not the picture kind of guy, but it's a lot of fun. So, if I may, I want to send a shout out to all
Go ahead.
People that are tuning in. Bernice, she is my other trampo queen. She is a trampoline instructor. If you've never taken a trampoline class, I'm telling you, it's an amazing format. It's for all you girls that we all girls. I don't care who you are. You can be J-Lo. I don't care who you are. We all have cellulite. Everybody, including MikeAnthony, and he won't say it. Everybody has cellulite.
I have a little bit. Not a lot.
Trampoline, or what we call
legs
it
are good.
in the technical world, rebounding is an amazing.
Rebounding is
That's
what
what it's called. It's rebounding.
What?
The trampoline, the jumping, it's called rebounding.
that.
Rebounding.
So
Okay.
not rebounding like boyfriend to boyfriend, but rebounding exercise is great
That
for
boogie's like,
for releasing cellulite, for regenerating your
On the
lymph nodes
trampoline?
on the trampoline. Just the simple fact that you're jumping, and obviously for obvious reasons you're gonna have better digestion because you're doing this. So
I want to try that.
I need to try that.
So Bernice is tuned in. So shout out to my other Trampo Queen, Bernice, and then Yvette. She's also one of our members. DJ Richie Rich, of course. Alvarez, Asalia.
He says to dance off to the end of the show. Go ahead. She's gonna be dancing.
I don't know about all that. I didn't bring dancing shoes. I don't know about all that. Maybe you can come and we'll dance in a class.
We'll have DJ Richie Rich go ahead and be on the being DJing basically. Yeah.
I'll switch off so I can dance for part of it, and then Richie, I'll take over the turntables, and then Richie's gonna come.
There you go, Richie Rich.
I would love
Do
to
it.
see him do that stuff.
Do it.
Love it.
Yes.
This weekend, what am I doing? Oh yeah, celebrating my birthday. Thursday, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day. Yes, Thursday
Yes.
is St. Patrick's Day.
St.
So
Patty's
wear
Day.
your green.
Yep.
All the there's so many different bars and
So
events.
many events going on.
So
many events going on. So just look at Facebook and you'll see something. I know Smoke is doing like a concert series, a spring break
Yes,
concert series
concert
all week.
series.
They have somebody performing.
they're
so
opening
that's
up the
gonna
new
be really cool.
location in the River Rock for Smoke. So they're opening it up tomorrow, I believe.
Already?
If I'm not
shit,
mistaken.
that's fast.
I think they're doing it. Shout out to Finn. He's a local rapper. They have a concert that they'll be doing this week too as well. He did invite. It's on a Friday, but I'm not going to be able to make it. But Adam, if you could just share the flyer real quick, just so that people can see. Finn, I just recently ran into not too long ago, and you'll basically see his music pretty soon. We're gonna get his music for the next show, and
Is that the one you
he'll
showed
be the
me
intro.
earlier
Yes,
for the
this is one I
show?
show
Oh, yeah,
you.
he's dope. I like him.
He's really dope. He did a song with Paradise, which y'all have seen Paradise on the show too before. So there is a spring break events that are all happening. So just go show some love somewhere.
All kinds of stuff going on. So I'm gonna, as soon as I get off of work on Thursday, I'm gonna go wander off somewhere because I usually always start the real birthday celebration on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh wow.
So I'm gonna do that. Friday I don't have plans yet. Saturday we're doing a little kickback at my friend's crib, and Sunday I will be at Hills and Dales, and then Monday, I think I want a day drink on Monday. Honestly, I
Okay.
don't know if I'm gonna make it after all that.
Okay.
All night. I think I want
No-
a day drink. So
no
if
problem.
if you're available during the day to take Red Bull shots with me while I take real shots.
I'm down.
I'm doing a day drink on Monday.
I'm
so I think
down.
I'm gonna hop around
Nah.
and do that.
Yeah,
I told
we
one
could
of
do
my
something like that.
girlfriends the other day, I said, you know what? Now that I have like all this time on my hands, well, not really since I'm busy with Alpha, but you know, during the day, I'm like, it's 2:30. And then my husband's like, do you want to do a shot? And I was like, yes. It's 3:30. What's wrong with you? And he's like, nothing. I'm off. You're off. Let's do shots. And I'm like, okay. And then 2 shots later, I'm like, I'm sleepy. He's like,
Why do you sleep?
I just get sleepy.
That is so crazy.
I get sleepy. You know, I'm like, I can hang with a glass of wine. Like 1 glass of wine, I'm like in the party. I'm good, right? 2 glasses of wine, and I'm like, okay, let's dance. I'm good.
Wine does that to you?
Wine makes me tired.
I know,
Wine
I
is what
think-
makes me
I
sleepy.
thought
The
wine
third-
makes people-
if when I start sipping on my third
What
glass
about
of
tequila?
wine,
What does that do to you? Or vodka
give me a
or
pillow. I'm good.
really?
I just get sleepy.
Whiskey?
Any kind of like hard liquor,
Dang. So it just makes you sleep?
it just gets me tired.
It's like NyQuil?
Like, yeah. Yeah. Like, honestly, like, you know how some people's like, oh, I just drink a beer to just relax and go to bed? That's me.
One beer won't do nothing for me. I gotta
Well,
drink a few.
I mean, I can hang with beer, but once I start drinking beer, I can't mix it because, I mean, everybody knows the headache and the hangover. And mind you, I don't drink a lot, right? But I'd rather stick with one
She's
thing.
just saying that to
so
you.
if I'm gonna, I will stick with like Michelob
Very
Ultra,
funny.
and you
Yeah.
have me all night, and I'll be the
Oh.
party animal.
There you go.
But if you start with the doing shots, I don't know. I can't
so
hang.
Monday day drinking Michelob because that's what I drink too.
There you go. Okay.
There you
so
go.
good name. All right, we find a happy medium.
So Richie Rich said that you know a lot of DJs, and every time somebody's on the show, we have
Oh,
them do
yes.
their top 5.
There we go.
DJs.
Top
So
5
if you know
DJs.
some, they don't have to be in any specific order.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5 DJs that you can think of off the top of your head that you really like.
Every
to
special guest answers this. So top 5. Let's see.
Top
Who your
5
top 5 DJs did.
DJs.
Yes, your top 5 here in San Antonio. No order.
Well, I'm gonna go with DJ Garza. He's not very well known, but he's. I can't. I mean, does it matter? Like order 1 through 5?
No. Just top 5.
Okay. DJ Garza. The reason why I mentioned him is because when I opened Alpha, he was mixing live. And he was kind of like the one that just helped me put everything together.
There you go.
And he was there. And then the first event that I had in Alfa, I was about to go to Brazil to cover Copa America. So we did kind of like a Brazil carnival event, Zumba event.
That's awesome.
And he was there. So DJ Garza, shout out to him. Obviously, DJ Richie Rich, he was there for my last one. I've known of him, obviously not him, but I've known of him for like the longest time. And when you're like, oh yeah, Richie Rich is my friend. And I'm like, look at you, cool guy. I want to meet him.
She was like, I don't know if I could get him. I was like, I got him.
Like, I got you. DJ Quake. DJ Quake, he's my guy. Every time I go, he's got like his Spurs glasses. And I'm like, I gotta take a picture with Quake. So, who else? Cesar Queoso.
Cesar. I used to work with him at the radio station.
He's amazing. He's actually one of my instructors. He's the husband of one of my instructors. Sulema works here. She's a Zumba jammer.
Very cool.
That's 4, right? Let's see who else.
Wait, is that they have the grand event?
Yeah, they're the owners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see who else.
Cesar's on the show.
So she's a Zumba instructor?
Yes, she's.
Oh, that's right. I totally ran blank.
She's an official Zumba choreographer. They call
nice.
them Zumba jammers.
Oh, nice.
So obviously, she does the official choreography for Zumba. She trains instructors with new choreographies. So she's kind of like the master instructor.
Okay.
But obviously, you have to go to school for that, and she did all of that. We saw her go from being an instructor to becoming a Zumba jammer. So she's just
nice.
rising
Awesome.
in the Zumba world. Anyway, so I got 4. I can't think of a 5th one.
That's on you.
DJ.
My phone died, so I can't
DJ
see the
MikeAnthony
comment.
Torres. My husband, sometimes he can play a pretty good DJ. He's not an actual like turntable kind of guy, but like this morning he was playing music when we were doing boot camp, and he'll go from like Salt and Pepper to Marky Mark to like some freestyle super underground stuff to like este pinche cumbión bien loco. I'm like, we just went to like the other side of the world, and then he'll come back with like samba, and then he's playing like Grupo Flash, and he's like, let me put you like the caballito, and he's putting on, and I'm like, how did you go from there to here? So I guess he can be a good DJ.
Top 5 right there.
Those are my top 5.
Top 5. That's too funny. Social media. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and follow me on Instagram, it's official MikeAnthony.Torres. For late nights with all access, it's Late Nights TV. And go subscribe to our YouTube channel because we do play all of our live videos on there too as well. So it's not just Facebook, but it's also YouTube Live. We appreciate everyone tuning in every Monday night. If this is your first time watching us, we appreciate it. Hopefully we'll continue to get your support every Monday. And on Facebook, it's MikeAnthony Torres, Late Nights with All Access, of course. Just send the, actually, if you don't mind, make sure to send out people to like us on Facebook. We love to continue to grow our show.
Yes. What are your social media pages?
It's pretty easy. All across the board, Ale Becerra TV, everywhere. It's Ale Becerra, Becerra TV. TikTok, Snapchat, I don't ever use it, so if you go on there, I don't use it, but it's there. So TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. I think that's it. Oh, and YouTube, I don't use it too much. But for Alpha, it's alphafitstudio.com. We have a website. On YouTube, you also have Alpha Fit Studio. On Instagram, Alpha Fit Studio. On Facebook, Alpha Fit Studio. So it's super easy. I was lucky enough that it was available on all platforms. We have a video gallery, and we also have live stream classes. We're the only studio in San Antonio that does this. So whenever you can't come to the classes, you can either do it at home live. That class automatically gets saved into a video gallery. Not all of them, but some of the classes, the ones that are most popular, get uploaded onto YouTube. So you can go and work out for free. Obviously, they're not the most recent classes, but you can go on YouTube, Alpha Fit Studio,
awesome.
And then you find classes there: cardio, kickboxing, Zumba, boot camp, trampoline, you name it.
Very cool.
Yes.
I like that. And then shout out to Richie. Richie said Latin Fridays at Privat. So if you're looking for a Latin night, that is your DJ. He said he'll be at Privat on Friday. I am Natalie Charlene on Facebook, Nat Boogie spelled with no E, on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter and TikTok. Just got on TikTok as well.
I don't have TikTok, y'all. Or Snapchat, just Facebook and Instagram.
Thank you so much
Keeping
for
it
being
simple.
here.
Yes,
for
thank
having
you.
us
For
here,
having
for
me.
being on the show. We appreciate it. Make sure you come check her out right here, Alfa Fitness. Come check her out. Come take a class. Come network. She looks like she has some amazing events coming up. Great opportunities to network. Networking is key. We try to tell y'all that all the time. Networking is key. But it's Late Nights with All Access. Catch myself and Mike Anthony every Monday night. Oh, and possibly her as well might be coming up.
We're
on
working on
channel.
it. So everybody
Monday
that
night.
sees this broadcast, thank you, Mike Anthony. Thank you for you guys being here and bringing this opportunity to Alpha. Everybody that comes in and says, "Hey, I saw this live with Mike Anthony and All Nights, All Access," something like that, right?
Late Nights with All Access.
It's kicking in.
It's kicking
I'm
in.
getting sleepy. Anyway, anybody that
And there's no
sees
edit.
this,
It's all live.
you're like,
I was
saw
waiting.
you on Facebook.
I was waiting for her to mess up on the name. I was like, is she gonna mess up? And then I usually wear my hoodie too, and you usually wear your hoodie. And I was like, I purposely didn't wear my hoodie because I was like, let's see if she.
Let's see if she remembers. You know what?
And
Really
you
short
went live.
story.
And you went live on
Yes,
Instagram, and she actually got it right. She said Late Nights with All Access. So
Really short story. When I made the transition from Univision to Telemundo, in Univision it was Contacto Deportivo.
yeah.
No, Acción Deportiva. And when I moved to Telemundo, it was Contacto Deportivo, Acción Deportiva. So I moved from Univision, and it's a different franchise. So it's you call it a different name, right? So I go on Telemundo, and like my very first broadcast in my new station, and I said the other one, and I was like, and I have a monitor where it says Acción Deportiva, right? And so I'm like, Acción Deportiva, we'll be back. Like I had to look to remember, so I just did that. My bad. It's the first time you know. Once it's out of the way, it won't happen again.
We're gonna replay this little clip right here. All late night. What? All late.
It's late.
Late Nights with All Access. Mike Anthony, Miss Nat Boogie.
Not Boogie. Okay, now I can say it. Anybody that sees this, rewind. Anybody that sees this and comes into Alpha, they'll get $10 off their first month membership
Oh, nice. There you go.
as a thank you.
No, we thank you.
That's nice of you.
And real quick, before you say bye to everyone, once again, happy birthday, early birthday to Miss Nat Boogie and Adam. Happy early birthday to both of them.
Birthday.
So yes.
Getting old, man. Getting up there. So we will be taking next
Girl.
Monday off.
Please.
I'm older than you think I am. Everyone thinks I'm like super young. I'll be 34, guys. I'm turning 34.
Oh, please.
But yes, thank you everyone that tuned in, that continues to tune in and support. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Y'all have a good night. Be safe. Happy spring break. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be safe and use protection. Peace.
Yeah, tonight we on one. Yeah, tonight we on one.
Hey, Mike Spence, go crazy.
Yeah, tonight we on one. Ayy, I ain't tryna hear no advice, I'm sipping. Yeah, tonight we on one. Ayy, I don't usually smoke like this, but I'm mixing. Yeah, tonight we on one. Ayy, she said she love a bad boy, I give a D like a piston. Yeah, tonight we on one. Ayy, cause my attitude right now say fuck how you feeling. Yeah.